Hello soulmates, you're welcome to Luchi's Design. Please subscribe to my YouTube channel and also like my video. In today's video, I'll be teaching you guys how to cut cargo pants. The cargo pant, the one that have a pocket at the front. I'll be teaching you on this fabric. I'll be teaching you on freehand drafting so that it will be very fast and also easy for beginners to understand. First of all, I have ruled out my starting point. This is my starting point where I will insert my waistline. I folded it into two and I mark out 1 inch for our allowance. How you will fold your fabric is for you to divide your hip measurement by 4. If you divide your hip measurement by 4, you add extra 4 inches for your necessary sewing allowance. I've gone ahead to input my waist to my hip, and my waist to my hip is 9 inches. If you are of a smaller size, please use 8 inches. And from my waist to my crotch, I use 11.25. How do I get the 11.25? I divided my hip by 4. Hip 45 divided by 4, I have 11.25. I have 11.25, and I came down from my waist to mark my crotch line. Please, if you want a more fitted trouser, minus 1 inch from that 11.5. Very important. I left it like that. I left it at that 11.25 because this my cargo trouser is very free. It's not fitted, and if you have a big tummy, please use that 11.5, because if you minus the one, it will be tight on your crotch. So come down by 11, but a smaller person, and if you want a fitted trouser, please minus 1 inch. This is my crotch depth. And I came down from here to 23 to get my knee, and my length is 45. I've marked it down there. I added 2 inches for my folding allowance. To start with your markings, I will input my hip measurement, hip divided by 4. I'll input my hip measurement here. Start your markings from here. Hip measurement 11.25. I started it here. You rule it down. Please make use of your ruler. Yes, it's a freehand, but it's good to make use of your ruler. Roll it down to the hand. 11 point. This is my 11.25. You will input your hip measurement here. This is my hip. Please, if you are not making use of band for this class, I will be making use of waistband. If you are not making use of waistband, please, from here, measure your waistline. Okay, let me just say my waist is 7. You measure your waist and connect it to this place. I inserted my waist measurement, my round waist measurement, but I will not be using zip on this. So I will leave my waist like that. No need to curve it. To get my crotch extension, that place you will curve your crotch to get. There is a formula I normally use to get it, the accurate formula for you to get it. That formula is for your front one, you divide your hip by 20. Whatever it gives you, you put it here. Mine is 2.25. For the back, you divide 45. That is your hip divided by 10. It will give you 4. That is your crotch extension. That is 2.25. I'll mark it here. Then you connect it. Please don't make it too curvy. You connect it. The next thing you will do is to divide this line. This is your crotch extension. Divide it by 2. I'll divide it by 2. You get the middle line. What you are trying to do is to shape our laps. You measure your round lap. Please, it depends on how fitted you want your trouser to be. For me, I won't be making my own fitted, so it will be a little bit free. It will be a little bit free. Mine is 28. My lap is 28. You divide that 28 by 2. It will give you 14. Now you divide it again by 2 because you will share it. You share it here. You divide it by 2 again, it will give you 7. Now from here you measure 7, and from to here you measure 7. This 7 you measure here, you connect it to your hip line. You connect it to your hip line. Remember I told you that this trouser I will not be adding zip, but I'll still measure my zip allowance. Because I would like to sew it in form of, if you look at it, it will look as if you added zip, but we're making use of our elastic band, so pay attention. So here I will add the zip allowance so that we will not forget. Add the zip allowance of 2.5. That's how to add your zip allowance. I measured from my waist to 7 inches. Then the next thing to do, at your knee, you measure how wide you want it. It depends on you how you want it. If you want it fitted, you measure it. Let's go down. This is the middle of this our crotch extension. I'll measure. This line is called crease line. Measure it down. For my knee, I'll be using 5.5. 5.5 for my knee. Please, I hope you are seeing what I'm doing. For my knee, see my knee here, I'll measure 5.5. Measure 5.5. Now connect it. You connect this one also. At my hemline, see my hemline, I'll be adding 4 inches. I use 4 inches for my hemline. I'm now connect it. Please, at the end of your hemline, do it like this. At the end, do it like this, so that if you're folding it, it will not be difficult for you to fold. Okay. This is our front. This is our front. The next thing I will do now is to add my sewing allowance. I'll be adding the sewing allowance of half inch round. Sewing allowance of half inch round. I'll add my half inch round. Add your sewing allowance round. Please, if you're cutting it, don't cut at the exact line. Shift your hand. Okay, I've cut it off. And now fold another fabric to cut our back. Okay, moving on. I folded my back side. I folded it into 2, and I laid my front part. I want to use my front part to cut out my back part. The first thing I did is that I came up here from this waistline. I came up by 2 inches. This is my 2 inches, and I slanted it to this place. You come up. If you're a smaller size, only if you are from hip 36 to 38, please use 1 inch or 1.5. Please, I use 2 inches because I have a bigger hip, and this zip allowance I folded it I folded it here. This is how you fold it. You slant this one. Please make sure hands your hand is straight. So there's something I want to tell you guys. Please, if you are looking for where to buy cargo fabric, go to these people that sells bell material. You tell them that you want to buy cargo fabric, and the cargo fabric looks like this all this NYC uniform. Their material, that's how it looks like, how the material looks like. So the next thing I will do, when I was cutting my front part, I told you that how to get cord extension for the back. For the back, you divide your hip measurement by 10. The front you divide by 20. I've divided mine and it gave me 4.5. From this line here, this first line, not the half-inch allowance, from this first line, mark 4.5 here. You add your half-inch allowance, see the line. I don't know whether you're seeing the markings. See the line here. The next thing I will do, from this line also, the first line I marked, come in by 1 inch. You know, our back is not straight. Our back, if you check, our back is inside, so this 1 inch is very important. I will now slant it to this place. Okay, on my knee part, my knee here. See my knee here. I will measure half-inch. And I will connect it. The next thing you will do is to connect it. Connect your line. Make sure it's not too deep. I've connected the lines. Moving on, the next thing I will do here now is from this side, from where I came in by 1 inch. From there I will replace it. I'll mark 1 inch here. I measure it with 11.25. Let's replace it at hip. You also replace the one here. 1 inch. You just insert your 1 inch here too. On your knee, you measure half. I took 1 in here. On my knee, I'll take half. I'll now connect it to my hip. You take half down. The half inch go down. On the knee, take it down. On my knee also here, I'll take half. Please don't take too much allowance. If you take too much allowance, you find that after shaping your clothes, the sewing allowance will be excess, and it will make you to keep on reshaping your clothes, which will not give you a perfect finishing. So I measure half here. Now you shape it to this line. We will not add another sewing allowance because I have added the sewing allowance when I was cutting the front part. So the next thing I will now do is to trace it out. Okay, I've cut out my front and back. This is my back and this is my front. The next thing I will be cutting now is our pockets. I will cut the pocket, the side pocket first, the inner one first. I will cut the inner one and I will show you how to cut the front pocket. So to cut the pockets, I'll bring my front parts. I'm showing you how to cut the inner one first. This plain fabric. For this my pocket, I'll be using 2 inches. Okay, let me use 2.5 by 2.5 by width and 7 inches by depth. I'm not connect it. I'll cut this one off. To cut my inner pocket facing. What do I do? I'll measure 9 inches here by width. Unfold, it's unfold, and the length I will take 12. Okay, the width let me reduce it to 8. Okay, 9 for sewing allowance. I'll cut it. The next thing I will do, I'll cut this one off. I'll cut this one off. Cut it off. Now replace it. See how our bag will look like. See what I want to achieve. I'm gonna cut it off here. Yeah, driver. Please follow what I'm doing. You'll get it. You put it inside. I want to press this opening here. I want to cut it out. I want to cut this one out. See what you will do. The first part, you will not cut the second part. I'll just cut this one. Pick it like this, and you cut it this way. I've cut it. I'll cut it off. This part is, I'll replace it. What you will do is to, this one that came out here, this part you now blend it with your, then this is how our pocket will look like. This is how our pocket will look like. What I will do now, see our pockets. I will just curve it like this to give it a nice shape. Please don't cut it, don't open it up here. Just leave it here so that it won't confuse you. When I'm sewing it, I'll show you how you will attach it. Just leave it like this. I will cut another one like this for the other side pockets. I'll do it offline and show you.